Hi guys and welcome to the latest video. This is going to be my honest review of the Nokia 2.2 handset. This phone is available for around the £80 mark, I believe. It is unlocked. I got this actually from my mobile carrier, Tesco Mobile, but it came unlocked, which was quite cool. And I've been using it for a couple of days, and it's only taken me a couple of days to get really frustrated with it and make this review. Because I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube about this phone, often mentioning that it's good value for money. You know, the fact is that it's Android One, so it runs a really nice, clean version of the Android operating system. Android One, no bloatware on it, and it's going to get upgraded to Android 10 sometime in January. You know, you get your quick security updates from Google. It's the next best thing to having a Pixel because it's an Android One device. So it's got all that going for it, and it's so cheap, only like £80. But the thing is, I feel like they have given this phone Android One when, to be honest, I think it would struggle running whatever Nokia used to run in the regular feature or dumb phone days. This cannot run Android One properly. It just cannot. Oftentimes when you get a brand new phone, it normally works really fast and zippy, and then over time it slows down as it ages, as the software updates pile up, as Android progresses and demands more of the operating system. They'll never admit it, but these companies do obviously plan in obsolescence. You know, it's just the way it works. They're going to want us to keep on buying new phones. This, however, is slow and rubbish straight out of the box. It is unbelievable how poor this phone is. Honestly, I'm not slating it for the sake of slating it, because I really like Nokia, and I'm actually, you know, gutted that I didn't go for like a much better version. And I may in the future try out the 7 point whatever it is, or the 8 or the 9 Pure Vision, you know, like, or Pure View or whatever they call it, the one with the 5 cameras. I'd love to try out those because those might actually be functional. This thing just does not function correctly. There's no other way to put it. And if you want to know what I mean by that, it is really sluggish, as in to the point where it becomes like a pain to use. Whether that's trying to use the face unlock, it may as well not have the face unlock feature because it's that bad. It just doesn't work properly. The amount of times I've been in good lighting, etc., and it just doesn't work very often. It works sporadically, and when it does work, it's very, very slow to unlock the phone. You end up just using the pin feature. There's no fingerprint. But again, you can say, oh, it's a budget phone, so that's fine. It has a removable battery, that's great, but it's just painfully slow to use. You know, loading up the camera app takes forever. Loading up any app takes forever. It's far slower than I thought it would be. In fact, it's so slow, I was convinced that it probably was more of a pain to use than when I had to use one of my daughter's MOTO G4s from years ago, a Motorola Moto G4, because my phone, I originally had like a Razr phone, and it's kind of smashed bits. It still works, but barely. So I've been kind of, you know, messing around, trying different phones, and I use the Moto G4, which is here, and this phone, even though this is only Android 7 and this is Android like 9 and this is Android 1, so it gets updates, and this uses Motorola's own you know, version of Android, so I guess I won't be getting any new updates. This phone still runs better. I don't care if it's got Android 1 if it can't run Android 1. This phone is literally not fit for purpose. It's just, you know, just loading a photo app will kill it. I mean, let me just give you guys an example. I'm going to move the webcam. Let me just move the webcam down here. So let me just show you guys as best I can. I know this is not a professional video. I know this is a bit ghetto, but this is as organized as I can be. Okay, so let me just show you guys first of all that we've got no recent items running, right? So both phones have got no recent items running. Bear in mind, this is an ancient Moto G4. So this is the ancient Moto G4. God knows what the specs are. It's almost irrelevant. You can buy this phone on eBay for about £40 used. This phone is the Nokia 2.2 with Android 1, and it's got a little, you know, it's a much more newer phone. Probably worth about £80, but you'd expect it to run really nicely, right? Bearing in mind the features and stuff. So, or bearing in mind that it's just that much newer. Now, I'm just going to quickly as I can, I'm going to just see if I can just load up TikTok on both devices, okay? Okay, look, that didn't work because I just didn't do it quickly enough, I guess. So, let me just quickly get rid of that then. Clear all. Let's get rid of that. Clear all. Okay, let's try it one more time. So I'm going to just... Actually, if I stop holding the phone, I can actually... If I stop holding the webcam, let me see if I can do it properly this time. So here are the phones. Motorola G4, Nokia 2.2. Why is it that this phone here is that much quicker? Why is that? You know, ignore the garbage that's coming on it, it's irrelevant, but just generally it's sluggish and slow. I just wanted to show that because obviously that's the app that everyone's talking about, but like just even otherwise it's just slow. So if I was to, for example, again, let's just make sure that there's nothing else running. Great. Let's just load up the camera on both of them. You know, this shouldn't be so difficult, but let's just actually let's just do let's just load up the Play Store, maybe. I don't know, should we just load up the Play Store? I don't know. Yeah, let's just do the Play Store. Let's see how long it takes to load the Play Store up. Again, why is it that the Play Store loaded up quicker on this ancient phone than on this fancy Android 1 phone? And it's just sluggish to use, whereas when I used this phone, it wasn't nearly as painful to use. Let's do the camera app. Okay, camera is now working, and there we go. Again, it's slower. It's just slower. It's in every way. It is slower. It is just. It's a horrible phone to use. I just cannot. I cannot recommend it. And I've seen too many reviews saying it's good for the money. It's not good for the money. And God forbid, should they actually update this to Android 10, it's going to run even worse. It's not going to run better. You know, I've never seen a situation where they've increased the, you know, or they've the new version of Android has come out and an older generation phone has run it better than it, or has started to run better and faster than it was. It very rarely happens, if at all. So when it gets updated, it's just going to get worse, and it's because the specs that it ships with are poor. So my honest advice is, if you're looking at getting an upgrade and you've seen this phone for 80 quid, brand new, and you think, oh, it's Android 1, it's got a 5.7 inch HD 19.9 ratio screen, it's got face unlock, it's got a 13 megapixel camera for the rear, and express on covers, and a big 3000 milliamp hour battery. Those things mean nothing. It just performs badly. It's just the operating system is far too demanding for the hardware that's on this phone. You're better off spending 30-40 quid on a used Moto G4. I'm not recommending that, by the way, because it's an old phone, but out of these two, like right now, I have got no other phone. I was thinking I was going to be using this phone, but having used it, it's driving me potty. I'm actually going to use this phone because this actually works better. It actually loads apps faster. It just runs better than this Android 1 phone. I will be at some point, hopefully, testing out this. This is the Moto E6 Plus. This is another phone I got, but I can't use it right now because it's locked to Tesco, and currently the SIM I'm using is a 3SIM, so I'm waiting for the unlock code from Tesco, and then hopefully I'll be able to try this out. This is meant to be another like budget phone, but this, honestly guys, I cannot recommend it. This phone is a turd. Thanks for watching.